Do you need this upcoming base skin for just $20? Then don't waste your time, guys. Leo VIP raffle team is one of the most trusted and awesome LSS community available for us. So you can save your sport for just $20 in the upcoming Leo VIP raffle. You can buy more sports and increase your luck. I wish you get the brand new Heavenly Dragon base skin for just $20 in the upcoming raffle. For more details, you can contact this line ID. Hello guys, this is Gamer MW. Today we can discuss about how to design a base properly. Our first mission is how to place our oil storage and power plants in such a manner that the time consumption for filling oil in our power plant should be very less. Before that, if you want to know how did I place my base in that corner you can see. If you are curious about that, then you have to watch one of my video. I will put the link of that video in the description. Okay, now we can come to our video. As you can see in this video, I just placed my oil storage very near to my base so that the truck will directly go to that oil storage. After that, the truck will go to oil power plants. So in this way, we can reduce the time required. Our next mission is how to place ration truck, energy refinery and chip plants. These buildings need extra care because we have to fill them every day. So we have to place them very near to our base. Also, we have to place the food storage and water storage very close to our base. Then only the truck will directly go to those storages. Then it will directly go to the ration truck. You got it? Finally, we did it. Now the time consumption for filling these buildings are very less. So now our next mission is to place our houses and banks. Also, we have to decorate these parts like this, like some waterfalls, pools and some trees, because we need money production every time in our base. Now I just connected all my 3 training camps with a rod such that I can disconnect the rod anytime that we need. Now as you can see, I just modified the rods and I placed some important buildings there. Also, I can disconnect the rod and disconnect the buildings like this. If you have any doubt, just comment. Now as you can see, the commercial hub, part factory, class building, etc. are very important. When we talk about hero hall, it is not at all an important thing because as you can see, there is a dedicated hero option there available, and also we can see management station option and hero hall recruitment option is also available in that hero button. Also, this part factory is very important because we have to add materials for producing day by day. Also, we have to train troops every time. Okay, now we can I just disconnected my banks because the bank will produce money even though we disconnect them. So there is no need, and they will consume some electricity. And here, these buildings, we all know that these are some strategic buildings which give power to our troops. But the interesting point is, even though we disconnect them, they will consume electricity. So there is no point in disconnecting these buildings. Got it? I mean, when we disconnect it or when we connect it, the electricity consumption won't change. And these storages, the first block is highly useful for me because I want to collect as much as electricity that I can collect, and water storage. These storages are very important, so I just placed them in first most useful block. Now the second block is semi useful. That means I don't want to connect these storages every time, but now I'm just connecting them. Now I'm gonna disconnect this first block. There is no point, there is no use for me right now by these storages, so I just disconnected them. And there is no need to connect our workers, and there is no need to connect all the hospitals. Just one hospital is enough, so that I place this hospital here, and I decorated my base full of that Christmas special stuffs, and one Halloween sad something like that, and one vehicle. Okay, anyway, we can discuss about the road construction and base total construction. Okay, now look at this video. This area, this is very near to my main base, so I always when I take this game, the game will launch to this position, and I can easily scroll and I can see the most important buildings here. So I placed all the most important and most useful buildings here, and less useful or less important buildings on the other part of my base. Look at this. I just created one small design and place all the secondary buildings. That means these buildings are not necessary to be connected very near to our main base building, because we are not using this building. But suppose, look here, we have to train troops almost every day, so I just placed all these buildings here. And also look at here, we have to fill these chip plant, energy refinery, and electricity power plants. So I just placed the most effective and efficient. I just placed these type of buildings efficiently. You can see how much the transportation is very fast, because it is very near to the base. Also it is properly arranged, because I already discussed that in the starting portion of this video. Okay, now we can go to another section. Okay, another important point. We all know that when we reach a particular level, that means when we reach a powerful level, we don't want these oil wells and farms. We don't want these two things. Let's check. I have 1.7 G, this much stock, and similarly for this fuel also I have this much, and for this one iron, we need iron and lumber. Now I will say another important point for base building. Here, when we reach a good level, we don't want to connect our oil well and farms, because just think about that. I have 1.7 G stock for food and 898 million stock for this oil. So I don't want this type of oil well for producing oil for me. So what I did is I just disconnected all farms and oil well, and I connected very important water production, electricity production, iron and lumber. I think you get that point, right? Don't want to connect these type of oil wells and farm. We can save electricity Now we can check our production, or sorry, our consumption of electricity. It is just 225k. That means 2,25,000 per hour is the consumption rate. And now we can reduce that further, because these main buildings won't produce anything, so we can just disconnect that buildings like this. Yes, just simply disconnect it. There is no use to connect them every time. Whenever we have to do something, these buildings are very useful. If we want to do something, we can just connect just through connecting a rod. So now we can check. So the final electricity production for my base is just 1,85,700 per hour is the consumption rate of electricity. And that's it. So these are the tips that I want to share to you regarding this base building. So share this knowledge, at least share this knowledge to everyone. Some people won't care about electricity consumption and everything. I will show you why we are doing this. That's a big question. Why we are doing this? Just check the requirement for these missiles. Check it, millions. This is just a level 21 blast missile. When we check combustion missile, it will go higher, and we have another poison missile, freezing, something like that. So we need a lot of electricity. At the same time, we need anti-missiles. For that also we need water and electricity. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing all the ideas that I'm sharing with you. Please subscribe, and if you are already subscribed, please share this to your allies and state and tell them to subscribe Gamer MW. Once again, thank you so much. We can see in the next video. Stay tuned.